Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
Now we begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Here is mixed chorus. Songs General Kim Il-sung. Enjoy your meal, chorus. Songs General Kim Il-sung. Party of Korea, first chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, and Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, together with the previous personnel of the Army, watched the women's football match between the Karimegi team and the JB team. Enjoying the match together with him were Chair Yong-hye and the senior officials of the party and army, members of the executive committee of the People's Army Party Committee, and leading officials of the services and army corps level units. When they respected the Supreme Commander, the players and spectators enthusiastically welcomed him, raising cheers of hurrah. The two teams fully display the football techniques they have improved through regular trainings in hearty response to the party's plan on the building of a sports park. In 2-0. After the match was over, respected Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un warmly waved back to the players and spectators, raising stormy cheers again, and congratulated the players on their successful match. He said, the development of sports is an important undertaking to successfully and demonstrate the dignity and honor of Sungun Korea all over the world. He gave important instructions on boosting sports of the country onto a higher stage and the Korean-style training methods. The Friendship Association posted the full text of respected Kim Jong-un's famous work, "The Great Kim Il-sung is the eternal leader of our party and our people," on its internet homepage, Mount Paekdo, on March 31st. Revolutionary activities of the respected Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un were reported abroad. The news that he met and encouraged the commanding officers of the Korean People's Army Combined Units who took part in the march to the Revolutionary Battle Sites in the area of Mount Paekdo was reported on the 2nd by the China News Service, the Chinese Xinhua News Agency, Hong Kong Phoenix Satellite Television and Internet homepage People's Network, the Russian Dardas, the Iranian France News Agency, Press Television and Radio, the Japanese Gyodo News, and the British newspaper Telegraph. The Japanese Gyodo News also reported that he appreciated, together with the service personnel of the Korean People's Army, a performance given by the Moranbong Band before its local performance in Gyeongbuk Province. Myanmar and Lao newspapers recently carried special articles illustrated with smiling portraits of the great leader President Kim Il-sung on the occasion of the Day of the Sun, his birth anniversary. The Myanmar newspaper The New Age carried an article titled "Eternal Son of Tsuche" under the caption "April 15th, 2014. Highest respect to His Excellency President Kim Il-sung, the great leader of the Korean people, on the occasion of his 102nd birth anniversary, praising his immortal feat." The Lao newspaper Hengam wrote that President Kim Il-sung, who opened the era of independence and devoted his life to the victorious advance of the human cause of independence, will be kept as the eternal son of Tsuche in the hearts of the world people aspiring after independence. Film shows recently took place at the Kim Jong-il Library in Enugu State. The Ministry of Water Resources, the Ministry of Education, the Environmental Protection Committee, and the Nilpan Korean Medical Center in Yobe State of Nigeria, and the Irish South Oriental Company and the Multi-Commodity Company of Indonesia on the occasion of the Day of the Sun. Present at the film shows were personages of different sections and other people of the given countries. DPRK documentaries including Eternal Treasure in Praise of the Sun and Rifle of Korea were screened at the film shows. Kim Yong-nam, President of the Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK, sent a message of greetings to Maria Luisa Polero Prica on Sunday upon the labor's election as President of the Republic of Malta. The message expressed the belief that the relations between the two countries and desire of the peoples of the two countries for development and prosperity of the country. Artists of the Moranbong Band gave a performance in Daehongdan County after exciting the village just under Mount Paekdo with their marvelous performance in Samjiun. Their performance was given in the Daehongdan County House of Culture on Sunday. Enjoying the performance were officials and working people of both sections in Daehongdan and Daejeon counties. The 29th National Scientific and Technological Festival will be held at the Free Revolution Exhibition House in Pyongyang between April the 23rd and May the 2nd, under the sponsorship of the Central Committee of the General Federation of Science and Technology of Korea. The festival will be participated in by scientific research and educational institutions, industrial establishments, cooperative farms, and other units, scientists, technicians, teachers, workers, farmers, trade revolution team members, and officials. Presenting to the festival will be the scientific and technological successes and experiences highly estimated at the scientific and technological festivals held at ministries, national agencies, universities, and in Pyongyang and provinces, cities under direct jurisdiction in February and March. The festival will include a presentation of scientific and technological successes of organizations, knowledge, exchanges of new technology, exhibition, and contests. The demand for clean mineral water of Korea is growing among people as the days go by. The mineral water with a lot of bicarbonate ion is highly efficacious for liver functional disorder, fatness, diabetes, digestive trouble, etc. And so, many people generally they can live alone as the water considerably enhances the nutritious function of the body. The sparkling process has already been remade so that the real taste of the mineral water does not change even after a long time. The price of mineral water was highly estimated at national exhibitions several times and received the certification of the international organization SGS. The spokesman for the Academy of Defense Science of the DPRK issued a statement on April the 7th. The statement said, recently the South Korean Warhawks officially announcing the test launch of a ballistic missile with a 500-kilometer range made pretentious remarks that they would develop a missile with a longer range next year, and then they will be able to attack all parts of the North. They also announced that the missile command was founded in their army and said it is to cope with the strategic force command of the North, and it would play a pivotal role in the establishment of a missile defense system of the South Korean style. Now, when the aggressive Four Eagle exercise and the large-scale landing operation Sangyeong drill are culminating in South Korea, the South Korean puppets test fired the ballistic missile and openly say that they can attack all parts of the North. It more clearly shows to the world who is the main criminal that disturbs the peace and security of the Korean Peninsula and persists in war movies. As they were hit and frightened by the answer of a spokesman for the strategic force of the Korean People's Army that disclosed their dirty nature, now the United States both their criminal missile development but resort to ridiculous movies to divert the public attention elsewhere with the issue of drones. Now the United States and the South Korean puppets can no longer slander our ballistic missile launch, nor can the UN Security Council have a word to say. The South Korean Warhawks must not act rashly, clearly knowing what misfortune their missile sparks would bring. The United Confederation of Koreans in Kyrgyzstan issued a statement on the 2nd, denouncing the Japanese authorities for their moves to seize the central hall of the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan. The statement said the Japanese authorities recently committed the fascist outrage of making a decision on incessant political suppression and national persecution against it. The organization strongly demanded that Japan roll back the illegal decision on allowing the sale at once. That day, a spokesman for the Zhengnan Regional Association of the General Association of Koreans in China released a statement and vehemently denounced the Japanese authorities for their brigandish moves to seize the central hall of the General Association. The People for Peace and Reunification, an organization of South Korea, held a press conference in front of the Japanese embassy in Seoul on the 2nd and hit Japan for having abrogated its policy on arms embargo. Speakers at the press conference said the Japanese government on the 1st decided on the 3 prospects for transfer of defense equipment, which are in fact as good as a total abrogation of the policy on arms embargo. Like the exercise of the right to collective self-defense, The decision of the principals is aimed at the Korean Peninsula, which makes it possible to supply the offensive weapons jointly produced by the United States and Japan to South Korea. The South Korean authorities should not connive at Japan's three principles, but plan their cancel, they stressed. The South Korean Committee and the Swiss Group for the Study of the Two-Tier Idea issued a joint statement on March 29th, denouncing Japan for its suppression of the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan. The statement said that on March 24th, the Japanese authorities committed the fascist outrage of letting the Tokyo District Court make an illegal decision on allowing the sale of the land and building of the Central Hall of the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan. Their illegal acts are a gross violation of the dignity and right to existence of the General Association and Japan resident Koreans, and a serious infringement upon the sovereignty of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, the statement added. On the other hand, the Spain-based one on March 3rd seized the Central Hall of the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan. The statement of the DPRK Ministry of Foreign Affairs dated March 30th was distributed as official document S/2014/237 of the UN Security Council on April 3rd. The statement was made public concerning the serious challenge of the hostile forces to the sincere efforts of the DPRK to prevent a new war and ensure peace and security on the Korean Peninsula. And that's the end of the news read by Kim Hyun-ok. This is Voice of Korea. We're a Christian female trio, so happy people. with the immortal masterpiece, The Embrace of My Motherland, written by the Korean leader Kim Jong-il in Seche 41 or 1932. The song represents a noble meaning that the embrace of the precious motherland, as beautiful as glow and as warm as the spring day, is precisely the bosom of the Korean leader, President Kim Il-sung. Enjoy your band music. Song The Day of the Sun. Now you enjoy your female duet in Pangchang, Spring of the Eternal Sun.
troublesome.
A new frontline musical instrument is being used by soldiers of the Korean People's Army in the Sundan era. The frontline instrument means instruments made and played by soldiers of the Korean People's Army on the front during the Fatherland Liberation War. The new frontline instrument. During the breaks of march or after daily training, the soldiers enjoy themselves playing songs about the hometown and fatherland on radio floats. Here is a story about the reed flute arousing soft and pastoral emotions. Guidance for a long time. While working at the washing till late at night, he suddenly heard a dim sound of reed flute. He stopped working, walked to the window, and listened to the melody coming from outside. It was the immortal masterpiece, Nostalgia. He listened to it for a good while and quietly told an official coming into the room that the reed flute is heard just at the time every evening, and it makes him think a lot. The player of the reed flute turned out to be a young soldier of a nearby army unit. When he played the reed flute in the yard of barracks under the bright moon, homesick soldiers would burn their hearts with ardent love for the fatherland. But the sound of the reed flute, whose playing became part of the soldiers' evening routine, was not heard for a few days. President Kim Il-sung called an official and asked the reason. The official frankly said he had told the soldier not to play the reed flute for fear that it could disturb his work. With an air of regret, President Kim Il-sung said the sound of the reed flute did not disturb but relaxed him and it relieved his fatigue. The official was sorry and said he would let the soldier play the reed flute again. President Kim Il-sung said, "It is not necessary if you feel it properly. A song can impress people," and he continued that he could not forget the nostalgia played by the soldiers, and that when they had fought in the mountains, the guerrillas would foster love for the homeland singing the song, and the song gave them strength and courage to defeat the Japanese imperialists. And he repeatedly said the sound of the reed flute didn't disturb his thinking and rest, but instead gave him strength and courage. Afterwards, the reed flute of the soldier was popularized among the soldiers as a frontline musical instrument of the Sangam era, and is giving them optimism and courage. So far, you've been listening to an account under the title Reed Flute of a Soldier. This is Voice of Korea. Here is the song We Live in the Bosom of the Leader, created in 1957 or 1968. In factories, villages, and mountain hamlets, the leader is always with us. In his warm embrace, our people raise crops and turn out molten iron. Oh, the fatherly leader, Marshal Kim Il-sung, people remain loyal to him. instrumental ensemble, Lofty Wheel of the Leader in full bloom. Winner Prison of India, Soren Pansang, leader Kim Il-sung is the eternal son of the people.
this, we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz and 13,650 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.